All righty. Got the technical stuff out of the way, and we are here, and there's already a bunch of folks. Hello, hello. Feel free to let us know where you're joining us from. See someone from
Are.
Qatar. I know
All
I've heard different
right.
ways of pronouncing that, but I believe it's pronounced Qatar, not Qatar.
Oh, thank you.
And who else is here? Welcome, welcome.
But I think I have to, if I have the chat open, I think I need to, can you hear it running in the background? I think I have to mute the
Oh,
YouTube.
if you just mute the your YouTube
Got it.
video.
Okay.
Yeah. I often forget that and then I start to hear the echo.
Yeah,
And we
yes.
may hear that in a moment if
I was
the
like,
audio.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not correct.
All right, Dallas, Oklahoma, New Orleans, Las Vegas, Florida, the UK.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it. I just
It's
need
all good. All good. Well, so happy to have everybody here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Um, Welcome to another episode of Tag Team Tapping. I've been having so much fun with these. A great opportunity for me to j jump on the line with one of my tapping buddies and perhaps introduce you to someone that you aren't familiar with and a different way of tapping because, you know, no one's way of doing it is going to be the right way for everybody. And even if you love one person's way of doing it, you might also love another person's way of doing it. It's like very few of us have a record collection of just one artist. It's like, oh, I've only got Rolling Stone albums. I can't listen to the way anybody else sings. Once I found the Rolling Stones, that's it. That was music for me.
That's
Um,
right.
all right, Dubai, Kenya. Awesome, awesome. It's so exciting when we get folks from all around the world because as
Right.
we clear what what's bothering us, what lowers our vibration, clear that out of ourselves. Everything is energy. We're all connected. So as we raise our vibration and feel better, that just automatically, I mean, it has to automatically raise the vibration of the planet. So grateful to everyone who is participating in that. So very excited today to be here with my friend Bianca Wilson. We collaborated on a Christmas piece thing. Was it 3 years ago? 4 years? I don't know, sometime ago.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes. Yes, that was 3 years ago. That was a while ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
So
it was like 30 years or 3 days.
these days it's hard to
Oh
tell.
God, truly.
You know, so much craziness. It's like I don't know. There's a picture once that said the only it was a picture of a watch and it just said now. All
Yes.
around the thing, it's just now. It's like that
Yes.
would be problematic because I would always feel like I'm late. I should have been there by now. And if it's already now and I'm not there,
Yeah. Hence, was that 30 years ago or yesterday? Or is it right now? Who knows?
exactly. Exactly. And if it was 30 years ago, it's we better not procrastinate anymore. And that's in
Right.
fact what we're up to today. Real quick, for anyone who may not be familiar with Bianca's work, Bianca Gabrielle Wilson is a clinical EFT practitioner, artist, facilitator, and a project manager for creatives. Her work is deeply rooted in personal and collective creative liberation and imagination as resistance. As a recovering actor and an artist myself, I totally resonate with all of that. Please do be sure to check the information box below the video where I have links to information about Bianca. Check that out. Um, but without further ado, Bianca, welcome to Tag Team Tapping.
Thank you so much. I feel so honored. I like love seeing your background because I feel like I grew up in some way, like my EFT phase chapter of life. I'm like, oh my God, the pictures. I've seen them for so many years. And I've seen them before when we've collaborated before, but it's just really, it's such an honor to see them in real life and virtual. And you've yeah, you were the reason I got into tapping. So it feels like a very full circle moment all those years ago. And I was like, what the heck is this man doing? Is this is this nice man doing on my screen tapping his face? And now here I am, 8 years later, tapping with that nice man on my face as a career. So it's exciting to be here with you.
How do grown adults find themselves tapping on their face for a living? What a bizarre world.
What a bizarre, strange, and beautiful, wacky world. And then
Yeah.
they feel better after they do it. What is
And
that?
that's the thing, you know? I mean, as strange as it looks, as we clear that stuff out, that all that stress that people
Mm,
just are dealing with, and it builds up and it affects our thinking and it causes us to make terrible choices. We look around at all these people making terrible choices. It's like, if we could just get everybody tapping,
that's right.
boy, what a difference it would make. So we're grateful to all of you who are here helping with that. So when I asked what you want to tap on, you said, "Hey, what if we tap on procrastination?" And I said, "I've been meaning to get around to that one and haven't done it
Such a great joke. I was like,
yet."
but that's
Those dad jokes, or
those
as my
dad
marketing
jokes.
team likes to say, if they're dad jokes, we should call them Brad jokes. And I'm like, no, please don't.
No, please don't do that. No, the actor, the artiste never dies. Yeah, I thought procrastination would be a wonderful topic to tap on because if anyone, has eyes and a functioning brain, it's really crazy outside. It's really, really crazy. Collectively, it's really crazy in so many people's personal lives. And my experience personally and what I've witnessed in communities and my environments is that it can be really easy to go into a freeze response with so much going on. Our amygdalas, our nervous systems are freaking out. They are freaking out. And this can look so many different ways, but when we're talking about the stress response, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, to me, procrastination is absolutely a freeze response. We don't, there's too much happening around us, there's too much happening within us. So these things that we want to get done, or these visions that we have, or these tasks that we want to complete don't happen because we're just kind of like, and so nothing and then we fall into a shame spiral, like, oh my God, I didn't do this thing again. And here we are having a long list of the stuff, and there's these beautiful visions. And I feel like more than ever right now, we need people's visions, we need people's creativity, we need people's imagination like in full working order. We
We
don't
can't, we cannot afford to have you not doing what you can
Yes,
do to make the world a better place.
yes,
We
like
don't have time to wait for you to procrastinate anymore.
love you so much. Thank you, nervous system. Totally understand the freeze response and absolutely need you all to be out of it because I know that there's visions and there's tasks and there's ideas that are meant to be out in the world right now that will change not just the your life and the individual's life, but like really contribute to a collective shift, to a collective change that we so desperately need. So that's why I chose it for our personal lives, but also to very much what you talk about. How can we allow that to shift our relationships, our communities, and the world beyond?
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. All right, so everyone, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. Go ahead and rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being fantastic, magnificent, awesome. And do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you'd like it to be. Just allow yourself to get curious. And maybe thinking about some things that you could be doing that would move you towards a 10 if you could just get around to them. Those things that would improve your life, that would improve the world, and fear stops you. Overwhelm stops you. Just allowing yourself to be aware of what could I be doing right now? And again, as much as possible, letting go of judgment. Just getting curious about why am I stopping myself? I have ideas, things that would improve my life, improve the world, and I'm stopping myself. Why is that? And again, pay attention to how that feels in your body, physically and emotionally. Notice any thoughts, beliefs, or memories that might be coming up. And just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on inside of you that leads to this procrastination. And keep that in mind so that all the tapping that we do today, you can make relevant for you. Even if we don't say exactly what's going on for you, if you know what's going on, then the tapping we do will be beneficial in helping you deal with that. So take a deep breath, open your eyes, and Bianca, start us off with some tapping, please.
Excellent. Thank you, Brad. I feel more grounded. So I'm going to have anyone who's listening live or who's listening in the recording to go ahead and think about something that is meaningful for you, that you feel like you've been procrastinating on. And I would recommend maybe not choosing like the most difficult thing, right? Like if we're on a scale of like 1 to 10, maybe don't choose the 10, the thing that has been gnawing at you for, years and years. So maybe try to choose something that might be in the middle, maybe 5 or 6 area in terms of intensity. So go ahead and bring that to mind, whether it's an idea, a task, creative project. And then I want you to notice, and again, choose a thing that you're actually procrastinating on. Don't choose something that you're like, I feel great about this. That's not the point. Choose a thing that feels a little sticky. And then notice in your body where you might be feeling that procrastination. Is it like a ugh feeling? Is it like a heaviness in the chest? Maybe it's a sinking feeling in the stomach. And just notice what you're feeling. And if you don't feel anything, that's also totally fine. Just notice whatever you notice. And if emotions come up, like frustration or sadness or anxiety, notice that as well. And then I want you to rate that on a scale of 1 to 10 of intensity. So 1 being, yeah, I don't really feel this, 10 being like, yo, this is through the roof. And we're going to come back to that at some point, but just notice what it is. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and start tapping. So tapping on the side of the hand, you can tap on either side. And just go ahead and take one more deep breath in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And then repeating after me and saying, even though there's this thing that I want to finish, but I've been procrastinating and it sucks. I wish I wasn't. And I choose to have a lot of compassion for myself because I've had a lot going on, even though a part of me would love to finish this thing. And you can go ahead and say what that thing is. But another part of me just cannot seem to get it done. And it sucks. I wish it was different. But maybe I could have compassion for myself because maybe it makes sense that I've been procrastinating. And last time on the side of the hand, even though a part of me would love to finish this thing and bring that thing that you've been procrastinating on to mind. But every time I think about it, I just feel this sensation or this emotion in my body. And it kind of sucks. And I choose to have so much compassion for myself because it's valid that I feel this way. It's okay that I feel this way. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start tapping on the top of the head. Just taking a deep breath in and bring that thing to mind that you've been procrastinating on. And go ahead and tap on the eyebrow point and saying, a part of me would love to finish this thing. Tapping on the side of the eye. But another part of me feels so stuck. Tapping underneath the eye. Just thinking about this thing makes me feel, and then go ahead and sense that feeling or that sensation in your body when you think about this thing that you've been procrastinating on. Tapping underneath the nose. And as you tap underneath the nose, again, just sense where you feel the procrastination, where you feel the resistance, and go ahead and breathe into that area. Breathe into where you feel it. And go ahead and tap on the chin. I wish I could make some progress on this, but I feel so stuck. Tapping on the collarbone point. I've been procrastinating. And just thinking about this thing makes me feel, and go ahead and say what you feel or where you feel this procrastination. And then tapping underneath the arm. Maybe I can start to release some of it. Maybe. And go ahead and just take a deep breath in, maybe rub the sore spot that's an inch in from the armpit. You can just rub there and just take a deep breath in again to any places where you feel the stickiness, where you feel the procrastination, and go ahead and rub the other side, the sore spot. And it's about an inch in from the armpit. For those of us that have ovaries, that can be a real tight spot. And then just notice how you feel after that round. Just notice if the intensity of that procrastination or that feeling or emotion went up or down, and just take note for yourself. And then I'll pass it on to Brad.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you. Felt this in my ovaries. Um, um, no, great. So yeah, folks, with your eyes closed, just taking a moment and just allowing yourself to process that, and seeing what's going on in there. Noticing where you feel the stuckness, where you feel tightness, or whatever. As Bianca was saying in the round, allow yourself to give voice to whatever the feeling is, and just noticing that and allowing yourself to process that. And with your eyes closed, thinking about this, whatever it might be that you feel stuck on, that you're procrastinating on, that thing that you feel you should be writing, those emails you should be reading, that conversation you should be having, those taxes you should have done several months ago, whatever it is, and just allow yourself to be aware of that. with your eyes closed, thinking about, follow your breath through your body. Notice what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. And see yourself taking the action, whatever it might be. Allow yourself to imagine you're taking that action. And again, noticing what you're feeling physically, what you're feeling emotionally. And ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Someone earlier mentioned, I'm afraid it won't turn out good. This may be a fear that I'll get it wrong. Maybe I'm afraid that I'll get it right, and that's going to really piss some people off. I know that if I follow through on this project, I'm going to really succeed. And there are some people who will be really upset if I succeed. So it's not safe to move forward. It's just allowing yourself to be aware of that. So LBD, just with your eyes closed, just feeling that fear of what if it doesn't go well? If I do it completely by myself, it won't go well. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how much fear there is about it not going well. So everyone just check inside and say, it's not safe to move forward. And notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong that feels. Notice where you feel it in your body. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. Let's keep moving that stuff through our bodies. Even though it doesn't feel safe to move forward, I choose to love and accept myself anyway. Even though it doesn't feel safe to move forward, I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though it doesn't feel safe to move forward, I feel stuck. And it does suck. And part of me says, even though it sucks, it beats the alternative. Not being stuck and moving forward is going to suck a whole lot more. So based on these beliefs, my procrastination is brilliant. Part of me might even feel that it's saving my life. I might be in front of shark-infested waters, and procrastinating on moving forward feels like a really good plan. And even though it doesn't feel safe to move forward, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved, because I choose to feel that free. Go through the points. All this fear of moving forward. It doesn't feel safe to move forward. All this fear that I'll be hurt. All this fear that I'll be cooked. All this fear that I'll get it wrong. Or maybe a fear that I'll get it right. And that's going to upset some people. I have to keep procrastinating until I know everyone will be happy with what I do. And I'm not feeling that yet. So I darn well better stay stuck. But I've been beating myself up for this. I'm so stupid for procrastinating. And I choose to process that fear. The only reason I'm procrastinating is because the perceived benefit of moving forward is not yet outweighing the perceived cost. I am running a cost benefit analysis, looking at this proposed action. And part of me says it's not worth it. All that could go wrong feels more threatening than feeling good about what could go right. So I choose to love and accept and honor those parts of me. I choose to really appreciate those parts of me that are holding me back based on what's going on inside, some of which I'm not even consciously aware of. Procrastination feels safer. And I choose to process these fears. So, what am I afraid will happen? And could I really not handle that? And is it even real? I mean, people aren't going to literally cook me. Or at least it's a pretty low possibility. So I choose to look at these fears and see if they're real or if they're based on misunderstandings. And I choose to clear up any confusion, clearing that at a cellular level, clearing it all the way back through my past, back through all the times in my life that something might have happened that contributed to this fear, that told me it was a good idea to not move forward, that told me it was a really bad idea to move forward. Taking action on your ideas gets you in trouble. Procrastination gets a really bad rap. It's actually a very good plan. That's what part of me is saying. And I'm processing this, loving and appreciating those parts of me, and allowing myself to release as much fear as possible so that I can look again at this plan, this project that I want to take action on, and allow myself to get more excited about it. Reducing the fear of the cost and enhancing the perception of the benefits. I mean, this really could be a good thing for me and probably other people. And if other people have a bad reaction to it, that's probably something they should tap on. And I can tell them about Bianca and Brad. Because chances are they're procrastinating on good things too. I'm setting all of us free, clearing this fear of taking action. That doesn't mean I'll become stupid. Clearing procrastination doesn't mean I'll rush forward in stupid ways. I won't stand there at the street corner when traffic is going by and say, waiting for the little green man is procrastination. They tapped through my procrastination, and now I'm just going to move forward right away. That's not what I'm up to. I'll hold back when it's necessary. I'm just clearing up any misunderstandings about why it might not be safe to move forward. Allowing myself to feel more peace about it in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. And go ahead and close your eyes. Go inside and thinking about what's going on in there and notice what might have shifted, where there might be more opening, where there might be less fear and maybe more excitement. Looking at those things that you don't want to do, and maybe fear doesn't feel safe because it can be boring. It's like, okay, well, it's gonna it's gonna be boring when I have to do it later. If there's a deadline, I can do it while I have peace of mind and it's boring, or I can do the boring thing while I'm also stressed out. That's gonna suck even more. So just allow yourself to be aware of whatever might be going on there. And process that. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. Feel free to comment in there. And over to you, Bianca.
We'll just keep it going since we're already in the portal, in the tapping portal. So
In the zone.
in the zone. So I want you to, the thing that you've been procrastinating on, I want you to think about, because tapping is really great when we get specific. So I want you to think about one detail that is causing you to feel the fear, that is causing you to feel the procrastination, the ugh feeling. So if it's a conversation, is it you calling the person and hearing the ring of the person that you don't absolutely don't want to talk to? If it's something creative, is it opening the laptop? Is it picking up the pen or the paintbrush? If it's just get really clear. If it's writing the email, is it saying seeing the person's email address in the thing? So just take a moment. I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to just think, what is a detail? Just to give our brain something to focus on. Because when we think about procrastination, what happens is we get very overwhelmed. So let's just like bring it in a little bit and just think of one thing. I know there's going to be a bunch of stuff that probably feels really activating in terms of wanting to move forward. But yeah, just as you think about the detail, just go ahead and like tap your favorite point. And again, notice where you feel the feels. Notice in the body if you feel like a ugh feeling, where do you feel that? Or if there's an emotion that might be coming up. And bonus points, if you can actually pull up the thing, like if it's an email or if it's a text message or if it's your creative project, if you want to be so bold and you actually want to look at the thing while we're tapping, that will really make it tangible for you. But no pressure. It's not necessary. So let's go ahead and start tapping on the side of the hand. Taking a deep breath in, saying, even though a part of me would love to have this thing be done. Another part of me is stopping myself. And maybe I can have compassion for myself and really feel like what it feels like to have compassion. What does compassion actually feel like? Don't just say the words, feel the compassion. Because this is just a way that my very smart nervous system is trying to protect me. And even though this thing, and go ahead and think about what this thing is, feels so overwhelming, I cannot get myself to finish it. But there's one detail in particular that's really making me feel stuck. That's really making me put on the brakes. And maybe I can have compassion for myself because this is just a way for me to feel safe. And that's okay. I'm not the only one that feels this way. Look at that look at that chat box. And last time on the side of the hand, even though there's this part of me that would love to see this thing be finished, would love to get it off my plate. Another part of me feels like I'm trekking through mud and I'm just so stuck and feel so afraid. And that's okay. Maybe I can have compassion for myself. Maybe I can acknowledge this part of me that's just trying to keep me safe because something about it feels dangerous. And I'm thankful for my very smart nervous system. Okay, let's go ahead and tap on the top of the head. And as you tap on the top of the head, taking a deep breath in here, and I want you to think about that specific detail. If you can physically have it in front of you, fantastic. If not, just bring it into your mind's eye. And just notice what happens in the body, tapping on the eyebrow point. This one detail about the thing I'm procrastinating on feels so overwhelming. Tapping on the side of the eye. Just imagining myself doing this makes me feel, and go ahead, I'm not there with you, but you go ahead and tune into what do you feel in your body or what emotion are you feeling? Tapping underneath the eye. And go ahead and say, I feel a tightness in my chest, a pit in my stomach. I feel a buzzing in my head. Just go ahead and say what it is for you. And then tapping underneath the nose. And see if you can, if you feel it in your body, see if you can just send your breath. Send your breath into that area as if it's cleansing the tension. It's cleansing the fear. Tapping on the chin. This one detail. Again, make the brain stay focused on this one detail. Imagine yourself writing that email, opening the laptop, opening the book, whatever it is, really place yourself there. Tapping on the collarbone point. Ugh, this detail is so overwhelming. Tapping underneath the arm. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get past this. Let's do one more round, tapping on the top of the head and really exaggerate it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this. Tapping on the eyebrow point. It's too hard. I feel so stuck. tapping on the side of the eye. And again, noticing, picturing this thing, breathing into where you feel the procrastination, where you feel the resistance. Tapping underneath the eye. Maybe I can start to let this go. Tapping underneath the nose. Maybe I can figure out how this can feel safer for me. Tapping on the chin. And as you tap on the chin, just go ahead and give that fear or that procrastination a voice. Just give yourself 30 seconds and say, what is it that feels afraid? What feels scary about this or overwhelming? Ugh, I'm not going to do it right. They're going to judge me. I'm going to look silly. Ah, they might be mad. Just go ahead and give yourself, just purge it out, say it. And maybe notice whose voice that is. Is it your voice? Is it someone else's voice? And just notice that as well. Yeah. And then tapping on the collarbone point. The more I tap and give a voice to this procrastination, the more I can release the grip that it has on me. Tapping underneath the arm. And again, just imagining that detail, noticing where you feel it and breathing into it. And imagining that tension or that resistance flowing out of you. Good. You can stop tapping. Let's go ahead and give that sore spot a rub, an inch in from the armpit. Moving to the other side. Go ahead and rub that sore spot. And then notice how you feel now. Notice when you think about that detail, that really cringy detail. Notice how it feels now. Does it feel a little bit easier to approach? Does it feel like you have a little bit more space or motivation? And if not, that's okay. Just means you got to do a little bit more tapping, which is why I'll pass it over to Brad.
And there's always more tapping that we can do. There's always something. Yeah, so close your eyes, take a deep breath, and go inside and just allow yourself to process that. That was great, allowing themselves to just, look at those details, that one little action that it's like, oh, that's where I get hung up, and allowing yourself to be aware of that feeling. And I know sometimes we resist the idea that there's fear when we just say, oh, it's not that I'm afraid, I just don't want to do it. So with your eyes closed, thinking about this action, whatever action you could take, and be as specific as possible, and say, I don't want to do it. And just feel how that feels in your body, physically and emotionally, and rate that on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong that resistance is. And feeling what that feels like, finish the sentence, I don't want to do it because, dot, dot, dot. And notice how your body responds. You may have words and pictures come up right away. I don't want to do it because I'm afraid I'll get it wrong. People will be mad. It may just be, I don't want to do it because I don't know. I just feel a knot in my stomach. So just be aware of however your body and mind responds and finishes that sentence. I don't want to do it because, and again, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much that resistance is. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. Even though I really don't want to do this, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I really don't want to do this, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I really don't want to do this, maybe a part of me does. Otherwise, it would be off the plate anyway. If that was if that was even an option. Even though I really don't want to do this, for whatever reason, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved, because I choose to feel that free. All this resistance to taking action, all of this resistance in my body, all this resistance in my mind, part of me is digging my heels in, or maybe throwing a tantrum, kicking and screaming on the floor. I don't want to do it. You can't make me. It's a great act of rebellion. Who am I rebelling against right now? Maybe part of me is saying, this action is what other people want me to do. Maybe it's not even something I want to do. It's just a should. People are saying I should do this. And I'll be darned if I'll give them the satisfaction. When I was a kid, they could make me do it. But now I'm an adult and they can't make me do it. Very mature. And I still choose to love and appreciate myself, even if I'm being childish. I don't need to judge myself for that. I'd rather get curious. What part of me is feeling this resistance? And is it just about this one particular activity? Or is this about all kinds of things from the past? And I'm processing all of this, letting it go, letting go of all this resistance, all these reasons why I don't want to do it. Or give myself permission to see if it's something that I have to do. Because maybe it is a should, based on what someone else wants. And I don't need to do it. And maybe I could take it off my to-do list. And maybe that's why I keep it there. Because if I have it on my to-do list and then spend a lot of time procrastinating on it, I get to avoid something that might be more profound. If I cross this off my to-do list and say it doesn't need to get done, what's next on the list? And that might really scare me. So sitting here brilliantly pouting about what I don't want to do feels a lot safer. I'm letting go of what doesn't need to be done if I'm not really seeing the benefit. And there may be some things that I genuinely don't want to do, but I have to do them in order to get someplace that I want to go, or in order to not be kicked out of where I am. I can't just take paying the bills off my to-do list. Otherwise, there are some consequences I don't want to deal with. So I'm processing the lack of interest in doing it, recognizing that I don't want to do it, but just doing it anyway. I'm tired of spending time on this. With activities that have to be done, putting it off is just delaying the inevitable. And if I don't do it perfectly and have to do it again, the sooner I get started, the better. Edison had 1,000 attempts with the light bulb. He had to try it again over and over, but he eventually got there. If he had waited until he knew he could do it right, we'd all still be operating by candlelight at night. I'm setting myself free to move forward. Getting those emails written, getting those projects done, getting those photos edited. Whatever it is that I can do, I'm clearing the resistance, setting myself free to take action. Even if I don't want to do it, I can't wait until I really want to do everything. There are some things I need to do to take care of myself that I will probably never feel enthusiastic about. But I choose to feel great about moving forward in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. Just let that rattle around. And we're coming up on the top of the hour. I'm still going to do a guided imagery, even if we go over the top of the hour. If you guys have a place you need to be, I'm going to turn over to Bianca to take us out in one more quick round. Um, and if you guys can hang out with us for a few minutes, great. If you can't, if you have someplace you have to get to, don't put that off. Don't use us as an excuse to procrastinate. Find a time to come back and watch the end of this. Um, so that would be great. So, Bianca.
Great. Yeah, let's stay in the portal and let's start to think about how we want to feel. So I know Brad's going to do some imagery um, that's going to round us out. So let's just do a round to really get us into the possibility of what it could look like. So just as you can start tapping your favorite point, but as you think about, let's like focus on that detail again, that detail that I had you focus on that was like, I don't want to do it. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel excited about it? Do you want to feel hopeful? Do you want to feel like at ease? Do you want to feel chill? Like whatever, I'm chill about it. Like what do you want to feel? How do you want to feel about it? And if it's hard to imagine that, it just doesn't feel possible, I want you to think about the last time that something felt easy, that you did something and it was the feeling that you had, like, oh, I was really excited when I did this, or when I do this thing, it feels very easy to me. The brain doesn't often know the difference. So when we start to just tune into the emotion, we can start to, I don't want to say trick our brain, but a little bit, do a little magic. And we can start to associate this task or this thing that we are struggling with the emotion that we want to feel. So go ahead and start tapping on the side of the hand, and we'll close this tapping round out. And just saying, even though a part of me might still feel a little stuck around doing this thing, maybe I can start to focus on how I want to feel because I don't have to be completely healed or feel 100% in order to do something differently. I can start here and now with baby steps. So even though maybe a little part of me doesn't feel completely on board with doing this thing, that's okay. Maybe I can start to imagine what it could feel like, how I want to feel during this, because I deserve that. Let's go ahead and start tapping on the top of the head. And again, bring to mind that little detail, that little crunchy detail that we worked on. See how you're feeling around it. Tapping on the eyebrow point and saying, maybe there's a part of me that might still feel a little resistant to finishing this thing or starting it. Tapping on the side of the eye. That's okay. Because maybe there's a part of me that knows how I want to feel. Tapping underneath the eye. And as you tap underneath the eye, I want you to start to envision yourself taking this action. And how do you want to do it? How do you want to feel? Maybe your back is sitting up a bit straighter. Maybe your voice is clearer. Maybe you're grounded. You feel clear-headed in terms of what you're writing or saying. Tapping underneath the nose. And as you tap underneath the nose, just go ahead and say, I want to feel confident. I want to feel at ease. I want to feel grounded. Tapping on the chin. And as you tap on the chin, just begin to notice, can I start to feel that now without anything else changing? Can I start to feel that way right here, right now? What does confidence feel like to you? Maybe you sit up a bit straighter. What does ease feel like to you? Maybe you breathe a little bit deeper. And as you tap on the collarbone point, begin to notice in your body as you take this action, you imagine yourself taking this action, act like you're tapping that new vision, that new feeling into the body, creating the new blueprint of how you're going to take this action, of how easy it could be. And saying, maybe this is easier than I think. Maybe this could actually be way better than I'm imagining. Yeah. Tapping underneath the arm because I deserve it. The world deserves it. You can go ahead and stop tapping. If you want to rub that sore spot, you're welcome to. And I'll pass it on to Brad to close us out.
Awesome. That was awesome, Bianca. Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing your genius to this tag team tapping. Um, yeah. So again, folks, if you have someplace you need to get to, hopefully you'll come back and watch this and watch this again and take advantage of tapping through all these rounds with us again. Not to use that as a way of procrastinating. Oh yeah, no, I'm totally going to get to this activity. I just have to watch that presentation again. Um, but if you have a few more minutes to hang out with us, then please go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique expression of divine light and love, allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards: 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Remembering that each and every time you hear me say the words deep sleep, with your permission and only with your permission, you allow yourself to return to this depth or even deeper, quickly, soundly, deeply. And the physical body relaxes. And with that relaxation comes a wonderful sense of calm well-being of body and mind, deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Someplace out in the world, out in nature maybe, someplace where you really allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. And in this place, imagine that there's someplace that you feel compelled to go visit. Maybe you see a little garden a little ways away, or a grove of trees that you want to go explore. But in the way, there might be something like there's a stream that you would have to cross, or some rocks, or some tree branches, or something that's in the way. There's some task that you need to do in order to get where you'd like to go, or in order to where you feel like you should go. And you can imagine some of the things that might be on your list of things you have to do, and you might be looking at that and saying, I don't want to do that. It feels hard. I'm afraid I'll mess it up. I won't do it right. Other people might be upset. Just allow yourself to look at whatever it is that you need to do in order to get where you'd like to go. And just allowing yourself to let a wave of compassion wash over you. Being absolutely compassionate with those parts of you that feel this resistance, that have all these reasons for not taking these actions. It's not that you're bad or stupid or weak or lazy. It really isn't. Allowing yourself to release any beliefs like that. Letting go of any idea that procrastination is laziness. Just allowing yourself to look at where you want to go and what stands in the way, and allowing yourself to realize that because of old programming, some part of you says it doesn't feel safe. Maybe it doesn't feel worth it. And you might very well now look up from whatever you'd have to clear out of the way to get to that other place. Look beyond the obstacle to where you want to go. And allow yourself to feel really good about that. Imagine yourself being in that place. See yourself being in that place. And as you allow yourself to feel really good about that, you may find that, oh, wow, clearing this stuff out of the way is worth it. You may feel so good about where you're getting to that you can't wait to get to there. It's like, well, of course I'm now going to move this stuff out of the way. Of course I'm going to get these things done because I'm so excited. I'm so enthusiastic about where I want to go. I may not be enthusiastic about what has to be done right now, but I'm enthusiastic about where it's taking me. And allowing yourself the grace to be aware of any feeling that, you know what, it isn't worth it. Maybe that was somebody else's goal for me. And maybe I've just had it on my to-do list because it felt safer to do that. Allowing yourself this freedom to look and see, do I want to get to where I say I want to go? And if so, I'm allowing myself to feel so excited about it that, yes, I just take action. Even with the things that I am not excited about, even with those things that I cannot make into something fun. Mary Poppins says, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. And you may be looking at it and saying, no, she had it wrong out of this. There is no element of fun, but allowing yourself to look beyond that task and going, yes, but the end result, the outcome is worth it. Taking the test might not be fun, but getting the degree and the opportunities is worth it. Writing that email might not be fun, but having that freedom to communicate and have a matter settled, to be able to move forward. Because there's so much out there. Again, being in this beautiful place and looking beyond the task at where you say you want to go, that garden, that grove, whatever it might be, being excited about that. And even knowing there's even more beyond that. As you're looking ahead at that garden, when you get to that garden, you're going to see things beyond that. There's so much opportunity, so many blessings this world has to offer you. And allowing yourself to feel that excitement, that enthusiasm, it just draws you forward. So rather than having to push yourself, just feeling pulled forward, giving yourself the freedom to see what really matters, what really feels like it's for the highest good. And knowing that what is for your highest good will also be for the highest good of other people, even if they don't recognize it right away. So allowing yourself to see how good it can feel to move forward. Feeling absolutely compassionate with yourself for not having moved forward yet. Acknowledging yourself for any attempt to protect yourself, allowing yourself to get more and more clear about what the dangers might really be, if there are any real dangers, and allowing yourself to feel that enthusiasm about getting to where you're going. Already allowing yourself to feel the benefits, already allowing yourself to feel excited about that. So that you feel the freedom and the energy to get there sooner. Allowing yourself to feel all those good feelings as we go even deeper now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Feeling much more enthusiastic about moving forward in life. Already feeling grateful to yourself for the actions that you're going to be taking. Imagining your future self feeling grateful to your present self for taking these actions. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now I go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide, wide awake. And welcome back. And thank you guys again so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Bianca, for joining me and sharing your genius with us. Folks, please do check the description box below the video to find the links to Bianca's resources and learn more about her. And love you guys. Go out there. I know that I am feeling a lot more freedom. It's like I have some things on my to-do list, and I'm feeling much more ready to, you know, clear out my inbox.
Ditto.
Awesome. Set yourselves free to go out and share your genius with the world, make the world a better place, please and thank you.